What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 4. Today we're going to be talking about nutrition, which is something that I get asked the most about. Alright, so first let me just say this. I am not here to convince anybody to be vegan or on a plant-based diet or any shit like that. You do whatever the hell works for you. So let me just make that clear. All I'm doing here is sharing my personal experience of what has worked for me for the past 4 years, as well as in my pregnancies and while nursing. So again, I also make this clear, I'm not a doctor, I'm not no nutritionist, or I'm not any professional in that field. What I have used is something that a lot of people don't use nowadays, and it's called common fucking sense. That's it. That's what I've used these past 4 years to help me on this journey. A lot of things are pretty simple. Honestly, we just make things more difficult. So first, let me start when it comes to pregnancy. My son is here playing. There's a lot of the whole, oh, I'm eating for 2. I can eat whatever I want. Oh, the baby's craving this. Oh, the baby's craving that. So I have to have it. That's a bunch of BS. Okay? First of all, you and your baby are one, okay? You are connected, and what you eat goes into the placenta and into your baby. So therefore, they just simply consume what you eat. Now, I'm not saying you don't have to eat more, but for you to just, use it as an excuse and just be like, well, I'm gonna eat this and I'm gonna eat that and I'm gonna indulge and just kind of overdo it and be a glutton, that's just stupid. I'm gonna be straight up with you. It's just stupid, it's ignorant, and it's unfair to you or your baby, okay? Your goal while you are pregnant, really before you get pregnant, but let's just start with pregnant. I'm just gonna go into pregnancy. Is to make sure that everything you are consuming is keeping your body at a low risk, keeping you as healthy as possible so your baby can be as healthy as possible. Not only that, whatever you eat while you're pregnant, 90% of the times your child is gonna like that when they're born, okay? And when they start eating, they're gonna already have those taste buds to these foods. So your job is not to just do whatever you want. You have to be super aware of everything you are putting in your mouth. So sitting here and drinking all these sugar-filled foods and all this junk food and soda. Oh my God, soda! Please do not drink soda while you are pregnant. If there's anything you can stop doing, hold on, puppy. Is do not drink soda. Please don't do that to your baby. Do your best not to eat fast food, okay? And if, let's say you have no choice and let's say you're at a fast food place for whatever reason, sometimes we're on the road or things like that, there's always a better option. There's always a better option. There is no excuse. You can sit here and give me the 50 million excuses you want, but I ain't gonna buy any of them, because the truth of the matter is there's always a better option. Trust me, I have traveled and I found better ways. And honestly, sometimes if I go to restaurants and I don't see that they have something that I can eat, I'll get whatever they have and I'll just tell them, can you take this out and can you take that out? And that's it. And I just customize it so it's my way. This is what I mean about there's always a way, so there's no excuse, okay? Not only that, water. I cannot stress how much, first of all, water is super important in your life, period. Now, this is just, again, common sense, right? You have your blood that flows through your body, right? And then you start eating these foods that actually repel water, right? So that's all your junk food, your soda, your processed foods and all that stuff like that, that is repelling water now. So now what it's doing is dehydrating your body. Bobby, can you lower that, please? It's dehydrating your body, okay? Again, common sense. You don't need to go to school for this shit. Your regular education could have taught you this. So, where was I? You're eating the foods that are clogging up now your blood, because now it's repelling the water, right? And your blood needs, right? Anything needs water for it to flow and have a consistent flow, right? Okay, we can agree on that. So, now you're eating the foods that are repelling the water. Now you're not even drinking water. Then you're wondering why all these clogs and everything is just getting tied up in your body. You're eating these foods that your body doesn't even recognize, because who knows what the hell is in it. So now it doesn't even break down in your body, and it's just building and building and building. And you have all this stuff just building, all these clogs. You have all this mucus in your body, and then you're wondering why you're always sick. So wouldn't it make sense, especially while you're pregnant, not to do that to your body? You know how many women I know that have swelling all over the place when they are pregnant, and somehow they think that is normal? That is not normal. That is a sign that you are not consuming the correct foods that are allowing your blood to flow. You might have some underlying disease, some underlying, health problems that are causing all these things. That is not normal at all. So let me just stress, if you are pregnant, if you are thinking of getting pregnant, water is your best friend. You must drink so much water, because also the baby is going to drain you as well. So you have to even double up on that, which you would normally do on a regular day. And I'm talking about more than the 6 to 8 glasses. I mean, granted, you're gonna be peeing all day. That's what sucks. But it's well worth it, obviously, right? So while you're pregnant, you wanna avoid all this swelling. You wanna avoid those preeclampsia and all these things that women go through. Too many women are going through these things. It's also a reason why a lot of women, are having all these complications, because they're at a high risk. There's a lot of women that sometimes want to have a home birth and they can't because they're high risk. So how about you get yourself to a low risk and take care of yourself, and do that and do your best. So even if you choose to give birth in the hospital, keep your body at as low risk as possible, so that you and your baby are not at a health risk as much as possible. You already have the fact that these hospitals and these medical professionals are just not giving a shit about you, and we are dying. Tristan, lower that down. Lower it down. We are dying at an alarming rate compared to white women. I just said lower it down. Thank you. Sorry about that. So we're dying at an alarming rate because they're not listening to us. So that's already a negative factor, that comes into play, giving birth in these institutions. Tristan, I am speaking. I told you can hang out here, but you need to just stay quiet and play your game. Thank you.
It's not working.
It is working. What's wrong with it? It's working. So your best, thing to do is to make sure that you are as healthy as possible, just to avoid all these complications. Because they're not giving a crap about you, you know what I mean? So that's number one. As far as in what kind of foods to eat if you are plant-based, I'm gonna give you just an example of a day, okay? So you're gonna wake up in the morning, okay? And you're going to drink water. Water is the first thing you are going to drink. Why? Because water is gonna get your digestive and all your system flowing and saying, hey, I'm up now. Okay, then the next thing you're gonna consume is fruit. Now there's this huge misconception that fruit has too much sugar, be careful, yada, yada, yada. First of all, fruit comes from trees, which has a natural filtration from water. So fruit is actually going to hydrate your body. Now, the only thing is, and you can look this up on Google, there is a science to eating fruits because you want to consume certain fruits together. There's certain fruits that are acidic, certain fruits that are subacidic. then there's your melons. Like for example, you don't want to eat watermelons or cantaloupes and that kind of fruit with anything else. You want to eat that by itself. Those have the most water in it. So you don't want to eat that with any other fruit. So again, common sense, right? That you would eat certain fruits that are classified in the same category because they're going to break down the same way. This way you're not confusing your body. Now, when you first wake up, your body has been on rest mode. The last thing you want to do is give it so much work to do and sit here and eat. Don't you dare. And sit here and eat a bacon, egg, and cheese, a processed orange juice. What else? A bagel. Tristan, no. A bagel, some Aunt Jemima pancakes that are full of fucking sugar, and her syrup. Don't get me started on her syrup. I mean, you got all this stuff that people eat, donuts. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I'm not here judging anybody because I used to do the same. Bacon, egg, and cheese was my shit with an orange juice, Tropicana. Trust me, I used to eat that every day. So I'm not here judging, but I'm gonna keep it funky with y'all. Like, that stuff does not help you in the morning because now your body has all this stuff that it has to break down and it just woke up. It's as if, like, you know, let's say you just got to work, right? Or you just woke up, a matter of fact. And people are all up in your face like, yo, do this. Can you help me with this? Can you do this? Can you do that? You're going to be like, oh my God, like, give me a second to just wake up and settle in, right? Don't you ever want that in the morning? I mean, it's hard when you have children because they're in your face right away, but you get my point. Even just when you, let's say you first walk into work at 9 in the morning and people are bombarding you. Isn't that too much? Same thing goes for your body, okay? It's too much you're doing to your body. You have to slowly, you know, get it to start working again. In its job of what it's supposed to do. So when you're eating the fruits, now what you're doing, you just drank your water, you're eating your fruits. What you're doing is you're hydrating your body. So this way, it's gonna now start to slowly give you the energy that you need to get through the day. All that other food is gonna dehydrate you and just exhaust you. That's what it's gonna do. So now you eat your fruit. Now, I'm not talking about like eat an apple and yeah, I ate my fruit. I'm talking about eat a nice bowl of fruit. You know, I'll show you some pictures, but you know, have some blueberries with some strawberries, with some mango and some apples and some cherries. I mean, just fill that bowl up and you have an abundance of fruit. An abundance of fruit, okay? Okay, I'm done. You're done. So you have all this fruit, right? I guarantee you that that's gonna fill you up. Now, if you want, also make yourself a fresh orange juice. Now, let me just tell you that, Tristan, stop. This is not something that's gonna take you 5 hours to do. So I don't want to hear no excuses if I don't have time. Y'all don't understand that you can make time for the things that are very, very important to you. Okay? Trust me, you can. And if you're gonna sit here and tell me that you don't have time to do all this and feed your children all the right stuff and feed yourself the right foods, then obviously you don't give a shit about your children and you don't give a shit about yourself. That's just what it is. And that's a fact, okay? Because there's women that can sit there online all day on social media. They can be there shopping all freaking day. They can be there on the phone gossiping all day. Like, there's a bunch of stuff people do that if you took all that time that you probably wasting, you could sit there and actually make a fresh juice for yourself and for your children, okay? People, you know, also I recommend if you're pregnant, investing in a juicer. A juicer is $150. You can even find some for $100. Tristan, you're 2 seconds away from me having you removed from here. So you $150. Let me tell you why it's worth it. Because if you're gonna go and buy these juices at all these stores, they're charging you about $7 to $8 for these juices, right? When you could just take $10 and you can make 3 juices for 3 days. Okay? So that $150 is gonna go far. Trust me, I've had my juicer. I use a Breville juicer, and I'll put the link on the page. But I've had it for I want to say like 5 years, and it still works. It still works great, trust me. So basically, make yourself fresh juices as well, and you can make it that it can last like at least 2-3 days. You don't want to go more than that. So some juices that I would make would be beets and apple and a little bit of ginger. Don't OD on the ginger, I'm telling you, ginger's crazy. You only got to put a little bit and it will go a long way. But beets, apple, and ginger. Beets is amazing for your bloodstream. It's amazing while you're pregnant to have that. Another juice, celery juice. Celery juice is amazing, drinking a lot of celery juice. I know the taste can be so I recommend sometimes if you don't want to do the celery juice plain, even though it's the best way, throw some apples and some cucumbers in there, and it'll just have it with more of a flavor. So this way, you know. But if not, girl, just take that celery juice and just down it, because you know what? A bunch of y'all could down a tequila bottle, some Hennessy, some other liquor, then that means you could down a glass of celery juice. Okay, again, no excuses. All right. Okay, so now you're gonna have your fruits. You can have a fresh juice of your choice, whether it be orange juice. Make it fresh, or you can make a fresh pineapple juice. Pineapple juice is amazing for you. It's an anti-inflammatory. Or you make a fresh vegetable juice, like I said. So now you have your water, your fruit, and your fresh juice of choice. All that is gonna keep you full, I wanna say, for like a good hour and change, maybe even longer sometimes. After that, that's when you can go ahead and have like a breakfast. There's so many recipes online. I cannot stress to you how much Google is your best friend, okay? Now granted, I am coming out with a cookbook, yes, and that's gonna be great, and I'm gonna share so many freaking dope recipes with you guys. And let me just be clear, it's only been taking me so long because I only decided to do that just cause. It's not something I do. Like, I have my other 2 business ventures that take up so much of my time, so that's why this has been taking so long, because I'm just kind of squeezing it in between everything, and it can get pretty hard. So, but I promise you, when it comes out, I cannot stress this, I say this all the time, it's gonna be amazing. But before that, Tristan, before that, Google. Okay, there's vegan pancakes, there's vegan waffles, there's vegan French toast you can make, there is chickpea scramble. Okay, you make that with garbanzo flour, super easy. Garbanzo flour, water, some seasoning, and that's it. Like, just Google it, I'm telling you. You have that, you have home fries you can make. Yellow potatoes are the best potatoes to use. You can make chia seed pudding. Chia seed pudding, you put it in the fridge overnight. Like 3 tablespoons of chia seeds, some plant-based milk you can buy, and then you just let it sit there overnight in the fridge. The next day when you wake up, mash that up, but put some fruits that you want, some strawberries, some blueberries, all that good stuff. Put a little maple bee syrup to sweeten it.
Blueberries funny.
So then you have a pudding there, okay? Not only that, you can make some oatmeal. Oatmeal is great for you. Farina, I would eat a lot of farina as well. If you want to do a bagel at this point, then hey, go ahead and do a bagel, okay? But my point is that you've hydrated your body so much so that when you do consume these foods, your body has the energy to break it down. Common sense, right? All right. Stop. So your body now breaks it down. Now, after that, you talk about lunch. Here's a great lunch. You could do a vegetable sandwich. So now you have, let me go back. Avocado toast. Avocado toast is great. So if you want to have some toast right there, do that. Avocado toast. Now, if you want to drink some coffee, there's Tecchino. I'm going to put that link. It tastes like coffee. I'm not playing with you. It's just made strictly from herbs. Watch, you will see. You take that with some, they have like the dairy-free creamer. Add a little bit of that. and voila, you got your little coffee fix that you need, okay? So there's so many other alternatives that are way, way healthier, trust me. You don't miss out on nothing. So then we go into lunch. So lunch, now you can have a vegetable sandwich. You can do some green, red, yellow peppers with some onions, some tomatoes, some lettuce. They have vegan mayo. If you want some mayo, put a little bit of that in it. If not, what else? So you have like a sandwich you can make right there, right? Nice. Let's say you want some fries, right? Okay, how about you make some sweet potato fries? Yes. So instead of doing your regular, french fries, you can make some sweet potato fries and you could just bake them in the oven. How about that? There's also purple potatoes. If you have not eaten purple potatoes, let me tell you, very, very great antioxidant food. They are very, very good. They actually have purple sweet potato and then the regular purple potatoes. So either one you're good with. And I like the purple sweet potatoes to make fries with. So there you go. You have a little bit of that, right? If you want to fry something, your best oil to use is grapeseed oil. But again, like my cookbook is going to go into like super detail with a lot of these things, but I'm just kind of giving you the gist right now of stuff. And you could just do your little homework for now to help you out until the book comes out. So, all right, you have your lunch, you had your vegetable sandwich, right? Now for dinner you can have, they have lentil pastas, they have chickpea pasta, they sell. So if you want to do pasta, you can do that. Now you want to mix as many vegetables as you can. So you have like asparagus, you have Brussels sprouts, you have there's so many mushrooms, you have broccoli, there's just so many vegetables that you can eat. Again, Google some vegetables. And here's the thing with vegetables and even cooking plant-based. You ain't gotta do that white people shit and just put salt and pepper and call it a day. No offense, white people, but y'all don't be seasoning y'all stuff. Season your damn vegetables. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying go all crazy. Definitely use Himalayan salt. That's what I use. And just kind of get your little seasoning together the same way you would season your meat, right? You're gonna season your vegetables. Okay, I gotta get this going because my battery is going down. You're gonna season your vegetables as well, okay? You're not gonna just leave them dry and all nasty. Like, you're not gonna do that. Like, you're gonna take everything that you do and you're just gonna transfer it to a much more healthier version in a plant-based way. Don't do that. You wanna take it out?
Yeah.
Oh, give me, I'll take it out. You wanna just find a healthier alternative. That's exactly what you wanna do here. So, it's not about eating some bland, dry foods. Like, it's not about that. It's about just taking it and remixing it to a healthier version. That's all it is. Now when it comes to your children, what I do, if you're choosing to breastfeed, I breastfeed my children exclusively. That means that only breast milk for 6 months. And I introduce solids when they are able to sit up on their own. That's actually something in medical field as far as in when their digestive system, I guess, works a different way. So my babies usually all sat up like literally good on their own at like 5-6 months. Now every baby is different because my son was like tearing up puree foods the minute I started giving to him. My daughter wasn't really feeling it. She more wanted the milk, and I just kind of go with the flow with her. But with your children, what you want to do is while you're nursing, you're going to still consume all these great foods because it's going to go into your milk. You don't want to consume all this mucus forming and processed foods because that's also going to go into your baby, and that's going to make your baby sick. That is why you have these people that be like, yeah, but I nursed it, but then your baby is like coughing up mucus and coughing like they done smoke a pack of whole cigarettes, and they're like 2 and you're like, 1, and you're like, bro, because you're eating crap. That's why. And they're consuming that in their milk. So you're kind of just, you're lowering the full potential that your breast milk has by eating crap while you're nursing, okay? So it's important while you're nursing to still consume all these great real foods. There's so many real foods out there, okay? So after when you start to introduce them to solids, you want to do puree foods. This is it can get a little time consuming at times. With my son, it was more time consuming because he really wanted a lot. With my daughter, it wasn't. But I would puree sweet potato and apples, purple sweet potato and apples, spinach and pears I would puree. And then I would make just regular applesauce. I would puree mangoes. So I would introduce them to all these different fruits while they're a baby. And then as they start eating solids, I didn't start giving my children solids till they were about 9 months. That's when I would like break up foods into little pieces. And now you have all the vegetables. You're gonna introduce them to all these vegetables yourself. For people to say, my child don't eat that, no, it's because you never introduced it to them. You get what I'm saying? That's why they don't like it. But if you start from when they're a baby, trust me, my son will not eat. He don't even eat like any fake burgers or any of that stuff. Like my son does not like the texture of any of that stuff. He wants his real foods straight up. So, also when it comes to vegan, like just be careful with that. I kind of like just hate this word now because it's become so commercialized, and you have all these fake foods now coming in trying to market and get all this money, and they're confusing people. So please, I'm not saying you can't have it. It's a once in a while, like a little cheat. That's what I like to consider it now. But for the most part, 90% of your foods should be real foods that you are consuming, and there is no excuse because in every damn supermarket they sell fruits and they sell vegetables, even if you're in a damn hood. Don't tell me they don't. You just don't go through that lane. That's the problem. So you're going to introduce your children to all these foods that they're going to now start to love. You make all those shakes that you make, all these fresh juices, you're going to give that to them. Okay? And I promise you that all that is already going to get them. Now, there's going to come an age where they're going to say, no, I don't want this, or I want that. Like my son now doesn't want celery juice at all. He used to tear it up when he was a baby, but it did whatever it was supposed to do at that time. And now he doesn't want it, and that's fine. He'll drink a bunch of other great stuff that I make. You know, he'll eat a bunch of other great stuff that I make. Now, when it comes to children that are older and you've already basically, I mean, you didn't do this, don't beat yourself up too much. This is where you have to start to slowly introduce foods. And again, don't make it bland. The truth of the matter is that if you give a child something that tastes good, they're going to eat it. They're going to eat it. So you just have to find ways to slowly incorporate these things. You know what I mean? Take away these juices that you're buying every day from the store that's full of sugar. Make them a fresh juice. If they want juice, sit there for 5 damn minutes and make a damn fresh orange juice for them. It doesn't take that long, I promise you. So kind of do all these things. If you're gonna make, you know, vegetable juices, make it so that it tastes good for them. You know what I mean? Remix it a little bit with your apples and certain fruits so that they can drink it, okay? So again, there's no excuse. If you are able to be on social media, then you are able to feed your children real food. I'm telling you right now, okay? There's parents that spend so much damn time on social media and all this other nonsense that they do, and then they're gonna sit here and tell me that they ain't got no time to feed their children real food. Yes, you fucking do. You just don't want to, okay? And don't tell me about it being expensive, because I'm gonna tell you what's expensive. Heart disease is expensive. Cancer is expensive. Diabetes is expensive. There is no reason why there are children that are 8, 10, 13 years old with diabetes. What the hell is that? That's ridiculous. Do you know that you have to be so brutally honest with your children? Like, bro, they could cut your arm off. They could cut your leg off with diabetes, okay? You have to be so brutally honest with them on what they are doing to their body. And that does not mean afterwards you have to force them, like, you're not gonna eat these and take away everything from them. You don't do that. But you're gonna have to slowly find a way for your entire family to incorporate all these real foods and do it as a family. I know friends that have done it, trust me, and their lives have changed. And they've taken control of their entire health and their entire family, and they have made a change and slowly incorporated stuff, and they're doing so much better and have seen drastic changes in their lives, okay? The only reason that we are passing on these quote-unquote hereditary stuff is because we're not cleansing our bodies from it. We're just thinking like, oh, it's okay, my grandmother had it. You want to come? My grandmother had it, so-and-so had it, so that's why I got it. It is what it is. No, it's not. It's a matter of really taking control of your life, of your children's lives, There's too much going on out here. There's too many obese children. It's just not normal. It's not right. Google, like I said, is your best friend. There are so many incredible recipes. And everything really just starts in the womb, like I always say. Not only that, your husband as well. Let's say you guys are trying to have a baby. Your husband or your partner should also be doing a cleanse and cleansing themselves, because you don't want that toxic sperm all up in your womb. Like, come on. We are transferring all these fluids, and they're contaminated with so much crap, and then we're wondering why we're suffering from all these man-made diseases. So I don't want to hear the whole, you know, you could sit here and pray to Jesus all you want and talk about God help me this and God help me that and all the hypocritical shit that a lot of you people do. But if you're going to sit here and still eat all that processed food and have yourself in a fucking line at Wendy's or McDonald's feeding your child crap, then don't do the whole, you know, oh please God help me, Jesus help me, and all this stuff like that, because Jesus didn't give you that, and neither did God, because he didn't make that damn food. So I hate when people do that. It's all about just pray. Pray ain't gonna do shit if you ain't sitting there really taking care of your body and eating the right foods that were made from God, that were made from this earth and given to us. So let's not do that. Let's not be those people, okay? So I gotta get going. I have a long day, but I hope this helped you guys. I'm sharing as much as I can. I'm gonna share as many links as possible for you guys below on my YouTube thing. And if you have any questions, just hit me up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and that's about it. Love you guys. Next episode, I'm going to be talking about parenting as far as in marriage, children, and running a business, which is crazy. They do everything you do. Oh my God. I'm going to be talking about that, which would be very interesting. So, all right. Say bye to everybody.
Hi.
Okay guys, so I'm out of here. Stay tuned for episode 5, which will be dropping next week. Peace out.